Well, thank you, everyone. First of all, let me tell you how honored and excited I am to be here. Frankly, one of the things that's important for us is to continue to support our own communities. And part of that is to educate our youth, to train them and help them become an integral part of this fourth industrial revolution. And I think when I think about urban tech and other organizations like it, you play a vital role in teaching and training. And I think it's important that not only do your alumni realize that, but they also participate in the growth and expansion of urban tech. So this gift is a matching gift for the alumni to match dollar for dollar up to $250,000, because I want those 2,500 alumni, that's only $100 each, to make sure they pay it forward to the next generation of urban tech professionals. So I'm excited to be here for that, but I'm really excited to be here for my friend Vicki. Vicki is extraordinary. And for those of you who don't know her, let me tell you a little bit about her. She's that rare person who not only is exceptional in her accomplishments, but Vicki is committed to her values and demonstrates that every day in everything that she does. Her depth of character, her conscience, and her ability to drive change in the organizations in which she participates is something we should all aspire to emulate. She was Financial Women's Association's Woman of the Year, Wall Street's Hall of Famer. She's the SEO Reginald Lewis Achievement Award recipient. Loida, blessings to you. And she's the shepherd of the nation's third largest pension fund. And while these words describe Vicki, and while she deserves every single one of them, they don't quite capture who she really is. Vicki is an innovator. We see her commitment to diversity in all the policies she drives forward at New York State Common Fund, her willingness to welcome new perspectives in financial decision-making. She's a visionary. We see it in the creation of the Common Fund's Low Emission Index, which marries management responsibility and environmental responsibility, something that is so sorely needed in all policy decisions and in environments where we have to preserve our environment and manage in it and create opportunity for our people. She's a champion of new talent in her industry. We see that as she embraces and drives forward the Emerging Manager Program. People don't talk about it much except folks like me who rely on people like Vicki to ensure that the talent pool gets the ready capital to deploy into vehicles, to drive value into our communities through the best managers in the world. Vicki's program manages and delivers an Emerging Manager Program over $9 billion. She is tenacious, and she is a resolute advocate for her fund and the New York State workers. And frankly, mastering her craft is about much more than monetary reward for Vicki. Now you have to realize, 5 years ago, she pressed pause on a very successful private career. And she decided that she wanted to go manage a pension fund and to help people secure their retirements. How many people do that? And as a son of school teachers who always worried about their retirements, it is important to have people like Vicki with the sound background, the astute sense of responsibility, and frankly, a view towards how diversity helps those retirees in ensuring that those pension funds are valued properly and the best investments are delivered to the constituencies that she serves. If you think about the difference between private capital and public capital, in public capital, they can't afford to lose the money. And Vicki is the best steward out there for those groups of people. I've told Vicki this many times in private meetings and in meetings with her team that I admire how you do what you do. I don't know how you deal with the vast complexity of not only the organization that you manage, but the policies you have to navigate through and the politics of it all. I think that is one of the greatest strengths that you have. You will not only do it with strength and dignity, but with grace. And so I also understand from Vicki, who likes to ride horses, that her mother bears a large share of responsibility for her career in finance. She initially wanted to pursue a career and a major in philosophy, but her mother convinced her to also add an accounting degree to her undergraduate education. And so, Vicki, all I can tell you is we may have lost out on one of the best philosophers in the world, but you have given us the gift of one of the best fund managers in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, my friend Vicki Fuller.
Wow. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for, oh my God, a supernatural introduction. It is a pleasure to be introduced by you, and as you can see, he's a tough act to follow. And it is absolutely fitting that Robert is here, given the nexus of what he and Vista does and what Urban Tech does. So let me start. People know me, know I give praise to God. So I got to start it right there. Oh my goodness, this is an honor. I'm grateful and humbled. I'm particularly humbled when I think of some of your past award recipients and my fellow honorees this evening as well. Hannah, Valerie Jarrett, I gotta just give a shout out, because for those 8 years that she was in the White House, that calm, steely exterior, I've been waiting for that book to come out. It is a real thrill to share this program and evening with you. Pat, thank you for having the idea and the foresight to establish the National Urban Technology Center, and congratulations on the 22nd anniversary of connecting students and families in underserved communities to digital literacy. I love that. Financial education, comprehensive health and life skills that are critical to academic and career success. Urban Tech is providing the students with a very large key to unlock their future success. And the organization is providing the best tools to fill the toolkit by assisting with both soft and hard skill development. Now, I'm not going to talk about my mother. I know she's with me. She has been an inspiration while she was here and since she left. Thank you, Mom. My story is the story of the children that Urban Tech invests in. I have benefited from teachers and programs that invested in me. I have been supported by leaders in my community who led by example and gave me real-life examples of compassionate leadership. As a nerdy kid growing up in the projects in the north side of Chicago, at the time known as Cabrini Green, I was subject to bullying. And I know how scary that is and how it affects school attendance. I therefore applaud Pat and Urban Tech for supernatural, which is my way of thinking, God-inspired knowledge and dedication to making our world good for all of us. So let me just tell you a couple of minutes about myself. I'm the oldest of 4 children in my household. My mom worked. She could have gone on welfare. Oh, am I supposed to stop? Okay, because I will. My mom worked, and my father, unfortunately, was an alcoholic. The school was a refuge. And I carried that thing about school all the way to New York, worked at Morgan Stanley, worked at Standard & Poor's, and Alliance Bernstein before joining New York State Common almost 5 years ago. When I look at what Urban Tech does. There's a really good nexus between what we do, because you're helping to create the leaders that we then invest in through our Emerging Manager Program. I don't know how many of you saw that today it was announced that our MWB program is no longer $9 billion, it's $13 billion. So I accept this award with a humble and grateful heart, and I want to be sure to leave you with my heartfelt and resounding request. Help make today's call for diversity a full-fledged reality. Tonight's theme of investing in today's youth, tomorrow's leaders, is a call for action. And Urban Tech's programs help us chart that course. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I don't have a plaque for you, but we'll get one.
I don't try anymore with that help.